Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if it's not your first time here, thanks for coming back. So today, I'm going to be talking about some new makeup releases, things that have been announced and or launched in the past couple of weeks. I don't do these every single week, so I kind of pick and choose the releases I want to talk about, the ones that I find the most interesting. And I'll be honest with you, there's not a lot of releases that have really caught my eye this past week, but I want to also hear from you. Let me know your opinions on anything I talk about today or things that I don't mention today. Let me know down in the comments. I always link everything that I can down in the description box, any information on the launches, the Instagram accounts I'm pulling from, what I'm wearing on my face, etc. down in the description box. And if you enjoy this while you're watching it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Now, this should go without being said, but I'm gonna say it anyway. These are just my opinions, okay? If I trash talk something you love, then I think that you should buy the makeup you love. And I'm not gonna buy makeup I don't love. You know what I mean? We all have our own opinions. Okay, this isn't really a new release, but it is an announcement that I wanted to let you know. The Cosmic Brushes Muse palette, which I did just do a 3 looks video with that palette, was the last video I just uploaded. It is restocking on March 4th at 10 p.m. UK time, which is 2 p.m. PST, 4 p.m. CST, 5 p.m. EST. I will put all that information down in the description box, but I know a lot of you wanted to pick it up and it sold out extremely fast. And spoiler alert, the palette is beautiful. The mattes are great and the shimmers are beautiful, like so much better than I thought. So all of that will be down in the description box. I will link it down below. Did you pick it up? Did you want to pick it up? Did you skip out on it? Did you not even know about this palette? Let me know. So another thing that is like relaunching-ish is the Natasha Denona Love Face Palette. It is available now at natashadenona.com as well as Sephora and other retailers wherever Natasha Denona is sold. We had talked about this a while ago. It did kind of like accidentally launch at Look Fantastic a while ago. And so now it's being launched, on purpose, I guess. It's kind of late though, isn't it? Like the day that I'm filming this is March 1st. So Valentine's Day has come and gone quite a while ago. So I don't know what happened there. Something must have happened. But I'm kind of glad that it did release super early and then wasn't available, because I think it gave me at least a chance to think about it and like really analyze whether or not I needed it, where I usually, especially with Natasha Denona, I am an impulse buyer. Like I want most of what she releases, and upon just first glance, it was something that I was very interested in. It was something that I was like, oh, the color story is beautiful. But then when I saw people actually use it, I really was like, I don't need this. / the blush I wouldn't wear. So I was glad that I got a chance to think about it. But if you were thinking about it and you do want it, it is available now. I will link it down below. And it does retail for $62, which is an increase from her last Glam Face palette, which was like $59, but that was a while ago, it was a year and a half ago. So it's to be expected. She did raise the price of all her other palettes as well. So anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Something else I'm definitely not interested in is Urban Decay and Smiley have done a collaboration, and they have 2 6-pan palettes, Chill Happy and Mucho Happy. I have seen videos on this, and I'm not super interested in Urban Decay's eyeshadows. Like I can't even remember the last time I bought an Urban Decay palette. The only one I have left in my collection is the Naked Honey. So it's been many years. The eyeshadows just don't appeal to me. That's first off. And then these color stories just don't appeal to me. If I have a palette, I prefer to have a variety of mattes that go light to deep, where I can create a cohesive look. And neither of these palettes have that many mattes, and the mattes that they do have are very light to mid-tone. Just not my preference. I don't know. What about you? How do you feel about it? I know that people that have used them on their channels that I've seen the reviews say that they're good, like the quality is good and everything. Just the color story and just the fact that it's just not exciting to me is making me not want to buy it. I'm on Ulta's website right now, and it just says coming soon online March 5th. And they are retailing for $33 each. So I will put all that information down in the description box. Another thing I'm just really not interested in is the collab between Catrice and My Little Pony. I liked My Little Pony when I was a kid. I had the ponies, I had some accessories. I'm like right on the cusp of being a little too young for My Little Pony, I think. Like I remember it, but it wasn't something major majorly part of my childhood. But even with that being said, I feel like this collection just looks really cheap. Just looks really cheap. And granted, it is really cheap because it's Catrice, right? It is affordable, but I just feel like this looks like kids makeup. Now, if you love it and you're a big My Little Pony fan and you think this looks adorable, then that's great. Like, I'm happy for you. I'm not saying that you're wrong at all, but I just don't think it's something that I would want to pick up at all. It doesn't appeal to me at all. I remember ColourPop did a My Little Pony collab a while ago, right? And I think they did it a little bit better than this. It does come with a highlighter, an eyeshadow palette, lip and cheek activator, brush set and bag, nail lacquer. I don't know, what are your thoughts? Let me know, are you a big fan? And if you are, is this something that you want to pick up? This is something I think is really cute, but I'm not gonna pick it up, but it is adorable. Spectrum brushes and Pusheen. Do you guys remember Pusheen? Pusheen is adorable. Look at that makeup bag. It's like, it looks like a stuffed animal, but in a makeup bag form. Adorable. And then there is also a 10-piece brush set for $65. The makeup bag is $33. The kabuki brush is $27. Sponge trio for $14, and the whole bundle for $108. So I think this is cute. Again, like I said for My Little Pony, if you are a big Pusheen fan, then I could see the appeal to this, but for me, oh, and the sponges are cute. Oh, I just looked at a close-up of the sponges with her on them. I don't need it. I don't need it, but it is cute. It is available now, so I will link it down below. This is a sneak peek, but I feel comfortable talking about it because the owner of Glamlite actually posted it on her own Instagram. So Hershey's and Glamlite Part 2 is coming, and she's posing in front of a Reese's poster, which I love. I'm all about that. Did they do a Reese's? No, they didn't do a Reese's collection. They just did the Hershey Kisses one. So I'm interested to see what this is about. I really have been enjoying Glamlite a lot. I just got the Chucky palette in and I haven't even used it yet. And I bought one of the lip kits, but the packaging is like so well done. Some of the best packaging I've seen in a long time. And I did try their Strawberry Shortcake palette not too long ago, and I really, really enjoyed that a lot. So I've been really impressed with Glamlite. So I'm excited to see what this is about. We don't know anything more than this, but I'm excited and I'm intrigued. All right, ColourPop. They are releasing on Thursday, March 2nd. So this is probably the day that you're seeing this. The In Full Bloom collection. Introducing our new Heavy Petal collection, full of all new shades for the perfect spring glam. Jump into spring this Thursday, 3/2 at 10 a.m. Pacific time on ColourPop.com. So there's the Heavy Petal 12-pan palette, 4 cheek dews, 4 luxe lipsticks, and the Fourth Ray Beauty Rose Softening Face Milk. When I saw this, I was like, didn't they release this already? I feel like they've done something so, like in terms of the packaging, it looks extremely familiar to me. Am I crazy? I'm not really interested in this collection. Like, I think it's really pretty just looking at it, but it's not something that like I want to go out of my way to purchase or go out of my way to pick up. But I do think it's a pretty spring palette. I like that it goes light to deep in the mattes, at least from what I can see. And they've got some like light to mid-tone shimmers, which I think is great. I like their Luxe lipstick formula. I have not tried the cheek dews. I did get some in a mystery box a while ago, but I ended up just decluttering them because I have very oily skin and I don't love a super dewy cheek. But if you've used them and you have oily skin, let me know your little review. Does it work for you? And then the Rose Face Milk, I don't really not interested in that. So what do you think about this spring collection? It looks super familiar to me. I feel like I'm having deja vu. Okay, Tarte is just dropping things like they're hot. You know what I mean? Wow, that was, I feel old. They have just dropped color correctors. So we have the Shape Tape Sidekick color correctors, $30 each. And they have a variety of tones. Now, I will tell you, I've been using the e.l.f. one and I love it. The peach one for under my eyes. I think it does wonders for my dark circles. Now, I have very dark circles. I've always worn a color corrector. I feel like it helps me a lot. If you don't really have that bad of dark circles, maybe you don't need something like that. But the downside to the e.l.f. one is the peach color is pretty dark. So like if you're fair, it might be a little too deep for you if you don't wear a full coverage concealer. So I'm wondering if the peach shade in this is a little bit more of a light. Oh, they have a pink shade. Oh, see that? That would probably be better for someone who is fair to counteract dark circles. Interesting. The peach one in this looks quite dark as well, although it says it's for fair to medium skin tones. Interesting. The other thing about the e.l.f. one is that it's quite like a satin matte formula, so it dries down. So if you have maybe really dry skin or dry under eyes, maybe the e.l.f. one wouldn't be the best option for you. I wonder the finish of this Tarte one, although it is the Shape Tape line, which I would think means it's matte. But anyway, it is available now. I will link it down below. Another spring collection that I'm not going to be buying is the Profusion Empowered Butterfly Collection. So there's a lot of things in the collection. It's actually not as big as Profusion's usual collections. They're usually ginormous. So we have the Empowered Butterfly palette for $14, Liquid Shimmer Eyeliner Duos for $7 each, Mousse Blushes for $5 each, Soft Matte Lip Cream Set for $7, Glassy Lip Gloss Set for $7, Repair and Hydrate Lip Mask $7, Mystical Butterfly Face Stickers $5, Flutter Lash Set $10. I did see Steph's Beauty Stash do a review on this, and she wasn't really that impressed. Apart from the lip products, she said were good, but the eyeshadow palette and the blushes, she thought they weren't like the best quality. I've only ever tried Profusion a handful of times. I bought the Mean Girls collection and I bought another palette from them a while ago, and I thought the quality was okay. Like for a drugstore palette, I thought they were pretty good, but I feel like ColourPop is way better. And I know that ColourPop's not as accessible as Profusion, but just for me personally, I'm not interested. The blushes look pretty. Like I like how they have the blush and then the butterfly itself is a different color, so you can really mix it together. I think that's a really cute idea. The lashes look very interesting. Some of them are purple. Some of them have like different colors in them. Interesting. Not my thing, but they are available now, so I will link them down below. One more thing to talk about that I'm not gonna buy, and then I will end with something that I did buy. So the Ace Beaute Smoky Rose Palette Limited Edition. I love Ace Beaute. I've really enjoyed their eyeshadow formula, and this palette, I'm a neutral girl, okay? I love neutrals. I love them. But this to me looks, dare I say, boring. I don't know, I feel like I have this in my collection already. And someone did do a comparison with the Sultry palette, where it's like these more cool toned neutrals with a pop of that like orangey, pinky coral shade down in the bottom left. And I have the Sultry, so I don't feel like I need this. It definitely gives the same vibes. Now, is it a dupe? No, but I don't know. Tell me, did you pick this up? Let me know. Did you even know that it was coming? I feel like it was very under the radar. They didn't really announce it ahead of time. I don't know. It was interesting, but it's pretty, but it's just kind of boring. It retails for $38.99, and it is, oh, apparently it's sold out. So it was limited edition. I don't know if it's coming back. If I know anything, I will put it down in the description box. All right, and then I'm going to end with something that I did buy just like an hour and a half ago. Fantasy Cosmetica came out with a new palette. This is the Rogue palette. So it offers 9 versatile shades in a range able to create endless possibilities for how you would like to build your character. They are a fantasy-inspired indie brand. This color story looks really pretty. It's quite cool toned, which isn't like my usual go-to, but I really want to try this brand. I've been wanting to try them for a long time, and I kind of told myself whatever their next palette is, I want to pick it up. I love purples, so they've got purples in there. There's like a grungy olive green, which I love. We've got a black. So I'm really excited to play with this. And then something else that I thought was really cool that they did is they released a couple of perfumes. How cool is that? I did pick up the perfumes, and I am extremely picky with perfumes. I don't like most perfumes. I wore Versace Yellow Diamond for about 8 years. Every single day. I never wore anything else. And then a lot of like people around me loved it, that they started wearing it. And so I didn't want to wear it anymore. You know, like I wanted it to be my scent, and then everybody else started wearing it. So I just was like, I'm done. So ever since then, that was probably 2-3 years ago, I really haven't found a perfume that I really love. I don't really like a lot of perfumes. With all that being said, I decided to buy them. Okay, why? Without ever smelling them first? I've heard they smell great, so I'm gonna go with that. It did release March 1st at 9 a.m. PST. The palette is $38.99, but they also are selling singles of the palette The mattes are $5.99 each, and the single multi-chrome shadows are $9.99 each. And the perfumes will be $16.99 each. They did have a bundle if you bought both perfumes and the palette. When you're watching this, I don't know the availability of this, but I think it's cool that the Rogue palette has 5 mattes and 4 multi-chromes. All the shimmers are multi-chromes for $38.99. I think that's great. I'm gonna link down in the description box the Instagram post that they talk about the perfumes and what the notes are and everything. So check that out if you wanna know like more about the perfumes. Like I said, I'm not a perfume person, so I don't know what to say. But something else that I thought was cool is the 2 fragrances are made in Redmond, Washington, and will only be available to ship domestically within the continental US, by the way. But the bottles are hand painted by Jordan, who is the owner of Fantasy Cosmetica, and will be available in a 10 ml size. So I love that it's like a smaller size. Perfect for me. Did you pick this up? Let me know if you did. I'm definitely going to make a video about it when I get the stuff. Obviously, by then it's probably too late, but I still want to use it on camera, and I hope you want to watch it. All right, and that is it for this new makeup releases video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below letting me know your thoughts about any of these things that I talked about today, or if there's something I missed that you're really excited about, let me know. I would love to hear from you. It's kind of nice because I feel like every time I do these videos, it's like I want to buy everything. So sometimes it's nice to have a week where I don't want to buy everything, okay? Today's March 1st. Rent was due today. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave. I do upload videos weekly, and I would love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.